medium-scale actors, they have been badly hit. We must provide a stimulus in a timely and effective way to revive the livelihoods of those people. The plan they have reviving these people includes growing more capacity on their part and enslaving more people. That when you hear them, we have now created more factories to make sanitizers. They are not factories to improve your welfare. They are really factories to enslave you, which I already pointed at is the intervention in the healthcare system. These are going to be the three cardinal areas in the plan that we think can use the 19.7 trillion to quickly benefit, revive our people. Plans we have are our plans. But how shall our plans meet our money is now the question. How will these plans meet the money? Because as I told you, they too, they are the custodians of the money, and they have their own plans, which are not similar to ours. So how do we get that money to work for our plans and not theirs? That is going to be a matter for Ugandans now to decide whether you want to perish or whether you want to thrive. Because to get that 17 million to work for our plans, we will have to struggle. It will be given to us to put in this plan. So, we are already advanced as the people's government in talks with all change-seeking people in Uganda. This is not a struggle that should be limited to make an effective demand that our money applies to our needs. That must be unequivocal. Our money must work for our needs. And now, not tomorrow. Because our people are dying. They die daily. So that is a struggle that we shall also unfold to the people of Uganda. That is not for today. I am only saying that today we are laying out a plan of what will revive the people of Uganda and set them on a trajectory of development. We are also saying today that the money to remove all public transporters in Kampala and now be taken over by Tondeka. Is it Tondeka? Tondeka. Tondeka is already lining up in UDB where they have put money for revival. UDB. Tondeka is going to be given 600 billion to bring buses to transport the people of Kampala. Squeeze out all these millions that survive on transport in Kampala. Even if as a country we said that we move to transport, the people of Uganda can organize themselves, all of them, to benefit from that transport. It cannot be some small group borrowing money on our behalf, our money, to be the only ones to do business. That is not on. borders that have been out of work, provide livelihood for millions of people. So it's our people to help themselves. We have been fighting for workers to get just 20% of their savings in NSSF. Just 20%. And we have had all kinds of stories that the Lord has not allowed. Some people have been telling me, you know, Ugandans can't do what they did in Sudan. They can. Ugandans are not. I was here in 2009 when I saw when the Kabaka was stopped from going to Kayunga. I saw Ugandans take over police stations. They are the same Ugandans. Ugandans are not cowards. I lived with Ugandans for years in the bushes of Ruwero. These were not people from anywhere. They were Ugandans. We fought and defeated, you know, armies, not just one. There was a Tanzanian army here, there was a UNRA, and so on. Ugandans are, and to prosper in their country. Those of us in the people's government who have been fighting since 2016 to cause change will not be found wanting. We are there, and we shall stay the course until Uganda is free. I'd like to thank you for paying attention to what I have said today, and once again to wish you a blessed Uganda Matters Day, and to wish you survival and success out of this terrible pandemic. I thank you.
As COVID-19 response, we now can see that behind the so talked about response appears to have been an animal with the two horns, with the two heads and 7 legs. Behind the response are actions that are not aimed at improving the welfare of Ugandans. We have dealt with the subject both technically and politically. And for that, we want to thank you very much, Mr. President. I'd like also to thank the honorable members for ably coming under difficult conditions to attend this address. For those of you that have come physically and observing the protocols in place, we thank you very much. And those who are attending this address electronically, we too thank you very much for the effort you have taken. We, as an assembly, are going to introduce your address to the assembly and cause a debate to happen. This is not going to be a one-day debate. I can bet you on that one. Because the issues are extremely loaded. Extremely loaded, and a lot can be done for the people of Uganda with the resources that you have unveiled to us that are being mismanaged behind the scenes. We now know that there is 19.7 trillion shillings available to those who are managing the purse for the welfare of Ugandans. We now know that we can develop a plan, and now we have a plan as the people's government that can effectively make use of that money for the social well-being of Ugandans, for the economic well-being of Ugandans, and for the political well-being of Ugandans, as you have ably delivered today. We also want to assure you, Mr. President, that the members you see here of the Assembly are not cowards. And the people we lead behind in our constituencies are not cowards, Mr. President. We are going to lead, we are going to demonstrate that we are capable of delivering the will and the wishes of the people of Uganda who have sent us to represent them. Mr. President, testimony to the blessings to this address is the showers that we have received today that began at the height of the address. And Mr. President, immediately you seized, God found it fit to seize the showers. We must be thankful to God for being a blessing to us today in this address. Honorable members, ladies and gentlemen, without much ado, I would like us to bring this session to an end and encourage you to continue networking behind the scenes. Now that the session and the rain have both ended, please feel free to interact. The House is now adjourned, Sanadai, to let you know when we introduce this paper for debate on the electronic platforms. And if I thank you very much.
We distort the matter.